Good morning, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show right here on TV 33, WHPR, Comcast 91 in Detroit, and all over the world, courtesy of the World Wide Web. I am so happy to be here this Friday morning. It's a great morning. I'm going to have a great show for you. My second guest is Mr. Gervais Canty, who has written this wonderful play, and we will be talking about that. But first and foremost, I want to introduce you to two beautiful women. I want this to be like their television debut. And, well, here they are. We have Tiffany Griffith and we have LaToy Morris. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. And this is a great day. It's a little chilly outside.
Yes.
Gosh,
Yes.
I had to get a coat out the closet this morning.
I refuse to get the coat out. Just too soon.
Well, I didn't turn on the heat. Did you turn on the heat?
I turned on the heat. I did.
October 1st.
Break it down.
Break
it down.
Yes.
You know. Well, I'm happy to have you all here because you're doing something that's entirely different for Detroit. I want you to stay tuned, everybody, to hear about it. But let's find out a little bit about both of these ladies. LaToy, you're a Detroit resident, or you were born and raised here, or what?
Actually, no. I grew up in the city of Detroit, but I was actually born in Mobile, Alabama. So I've been here since the ripe age of 6 months old. The family left for the plant, so I kind of had to make the commute.
Yeah.
But I am definitely a person that grew up in the city. I went to Detroit Public Schools.
What elementary?
McCullough Elementary.
Oh, did you?
So, yes, and it is no longer here, but
I
a great
know.
school.
My schools aren't here.
Yes,
Neither of
no.
none of mine are
Nope,
here.
I went to Longfellow from there, and then on to King and Murray Wright. So yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Now, Tiffany, you're also a not-so-native Detroiter. I think all three of us are. I was born in South Carolina
There you have
on
it.
vacation.
Oh.
My grandfather was sick. My mother went down there to check him out.
Okay.
And I was born. So,
Wow.
So I came
Wow.
here at 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we-
so not so native. So what about you?
I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida. Definitely a girl from the South. From there, was at in Tallahassee. Went to Florida State University.
Oh, Florida State.
Yes.
They get all
yes.
the publicity down there. Not FAMU. I enjoyed FAMU when I was visiting.
I enjoyed FAMU too, which is why I am now here. I found my husband at FAMU, and we moved here in 2003, and we've been here ever since.
And her husband is Dr. DeLorean Griffin. He's a friend of the show. He's been on the show a couple of times, and I owe him another time back. He is a plastic surgeon, and he did the most wonderful drawing of me that's on my wall in my living room. Ta-da! He is so talented. And
Thank
your little
you.
boy,
Thank you.
in that pose, your little boy head
Oh my
looked
God.
just like his daddy.
Yes.
Look,
Yep.
Splitting
I
it.
had nothing to do with our son.
well, you had
Incubator.
something.
Well, I
to do
did.
with-
I did. Just a little bit.
Little something. So when you came here to Detroit, what did you do?
When I came here, I actually started off working as a receptionist. From there, I found what I thought at the time was my dream job. I have a dance background, so I was hired in through another company that went to different preschools and taught dance, along with some other things, enrichment in general. But my specialty was, of course, dance, and then early tumbling for preschoolers. So I did that for quite some time. The economic kind of crash happened, and mothers started choosing, right? Whether I'm going to take my child to preschool, daycare, or am I going to stay at home? So we kind of felt that hurt in the company, and they started to let people go from there. I did some assisting. I was an executive assistant at a consulting firm. And then just recently I walked away from my job so I can do the Mahogany Manor full time, but I was an administrative assistant at a school.
Well, you see these beautiful T-shirts that these ladies are wearing, Mahogany Magic that's on the shirt. But let's talk about Mahogany Manor.
Yes,
Who wants to
yes.
tell us what Mahogany Manor is? And listen up, everybody.
Yes. So Mahogany Manor is going to be a women's only social, if you want to call it a lounge, for lack of a better word. In our heads, it's a modern day country club. We are going to have options for women to just kind of take away time from their busy days, whether it be with their families, their places of work, just everyday stress. So we want you to come and relax and relate and rejuvenate yourself, if only for a minute before you have to get back to regular life. So
Right.
yes, it's a pretty much a safe haven for us to just kind of decompress.
Well, this is nice.
yes.
It came along about 25 years too late for me, but I mean, because my haven was let me get in my bedroom and get away from these kids. You know?
Absolutely. Yes, and we get it. Like
Yes.
that's the reality. I think in a lot of cases we don't get to have that time for ourselves because we're busy. That's what, and we are everyone's superhero. That's what we are here for, which is nothing wrong with it. But in order for us to be good for them, we have to be good
Ladies,
for ourselves.
I will tell you that when you reach a certain age and stage, I talked to my mom. My mom's 99.
Amen.
And I
Amen,
talked to her
yes.
and I say, how did I do all the things that I did? I mean, I said, where did I get that energy? And see, when you're doing it, you don't even think about it.
Yes.
You're on automatic pilot.
Right.
But to be able to have a place where you could regroup and just kind of think about things and get another perspective is important. Tiffany, what do you say?
Yeah, just to piggyback on what Toy said, yes, because we are the two of us. How this all came about.
Yes.
We are both mothers. We are both wives.
Yes.
We both have jobs. Not me anymore. Thank you God. But we at the time we both had jobs. Still having to go home, take care of the husband, take care of the kids, and then it's like, where do we come in? Meaning us,
Right.
ourselves. So we were talking about doing something else. We were because we're moms, we were gonna do these mom slogan T-shirts. And so we were talking about that, and the kids kept coming in and interrupting, right? So we looked at each other and we said, don't you just wish you could get away for just a moment?
Yeah.
And that's how the Mahogany Manor all came about. And it's just it's this new thing, and I don't want to even call it a thing. Now it's a movement. Honestly,
Yeah, a movement, an entity, it's real.
Absolutely.
And you had an event about 6 weeks ago
Yes.
at Dr. Rose's place.
Yes,
Who's
absolutely.
also my friend.
Yes, absolutely.
yes. Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr. Rose,
Rose.
for that.
Yes, yes.
We love her space, and I told her that her stairs needs its own Instagram because
Yes.
everyone loved her staircase, and everyone wanted to take pictures on it. So shout out to Dr. Rose.
Yes,
Moten.
absolutely. Yeah, that event was actually a taste of mahogany. And what we wanted to do before we officially open our doors next year was kind of give people an idea visually of what it's going to look like, the type of ambiance, what has happened in a very organic way. We've had several focus group. All of the women collectively, number one, agree that we need it. They also feel like it is something that they can't wait for. So we're looking forward to next year.
Right. And what did you do at that first event?
We had a whole panel, and this is also something that's going to be at the Mahogany Manor. Just programming will be offered as well to women where you can just get advice from professionals in psychology, in nutrition, in mental health awareness. Because like I said, it's not just a place for us to get away and hang out, which is great, but we also want to be helping ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we're
Yes.
going to offer programming. So we had a panel where people kind of came out, got to ask questions, meet and greet each other. We did offer wine, of course, to our customers because what better way to get away with a glass of wine? We'll have tea and coffee as well, but that was also given. We had a masseuse, which will also be at the manor. We were giving hand and neck massages. And am I missing anything?
Well, I find that that's what women want. On the tour, I was talking about the particular tour, the Total You tour,
Yes.
what that I was on. Not only did we speak, me, Sister Soldier, and Donna, and we also had the massages. They got They got the
Yes.
ladies got their nails done. It was a day of pampering.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you haven't gotten a space, excuse me, a space yet a permanent space yet, or have
No,
you?
we have not gotten a permanent space, and we are looking for one. So if anyone is out there who can help us, please reach out to us at info@themahoganymanor.com. We are looking for a space, a nice startup space.
Right.
We're not asking for, I mean, unless you're going to give it to us, we're not asking for the 10-year goal right now.
Right.
We just want to get it started. So we're looking for a space, maybe 3,000 square feet,
Right.
Something like that, where we can have these community rooms, because there will be community rooms. There will also be private rooms for you to get away if you want to fellowship with other women, or you just need some time literally for yourself, if it's just to read a book. So we are looking for something like that. We were originally looking for a house because we figured a house would give us different rooms, bedrooms, living room, dining room, things like that. But we are open to maybe like an open warehouse that we can build to suit as well.
Okay. So you have an event coming up,
Yes.
right? Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that event is actually on November the 9th. It is in the Eastern Market at Shops on Top. And
Where's that?
It's in the Eastern Market.
Russell Street.
Yes.
It's
yep.
on Russell.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I see a lot of things. I'm looking
Yes,
at Russell Street
It
right
is
now.
on Russell. It's Hops on Shop. It's actually the old Germac building.
Oh,
So
where
yes,
they
right
made
there next to the
nuts.
Gratiot. Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Next to the Gratiot Market. So
Okay.
it's right there, and you can find more information with that as well at info@themahoganymanor.com. But essentially, that will be, even though the manor is specifically for women, 4 times a year we will have signature events where you can just kind of bring out your partner, your spouse, and let your hair down, and we can just all kind of have a night of I guess romance, but freedom and fun. This particular event will be, we have a live band coming. We have Katrina Storm. We also have a live art demonstration. We have a dancer, Amber. She's coming out from Flow Dance Studio. And it's going to be just an amazing day. Open mic, so poetry, spoken word, an amazing evening.
Wow. Now, this is going to be on the 9th. And how do people find out or get information to go? I mean, or what is your audience?
Yes.
What is
Yes,
your
yes,
audience?
yes,
We
yes.
want to know.
We
This
wanna-
sounds so grand. We got to know what audience do you want?
Oh, absolutely. We want people that are, number one, looking for, I guess, a good night out in the city. There are so many different things to do. So this is just something for anybody to just kind of reach out. But you can follow us at the Mahogany Manor. You can on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We are on all social media platforms. Right now, you can go to Eventbrite and look up Mahogany Nights, and you'll be able to kind of see the information there, everything that it entails. Tickets right now are on sale. It is $45 for one person and 2 for $80. So you
Oh,
can bring
that's
a
not
guest.
bad. So it's a
Yes.
long evening of
Yes, it
Oh,
starts
yes.
8 p.m. till 11. So we're going to kind of start early and end early for those people that need to get in. We don't want to be out all night.
get the babysitter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The babysitter.
But yes, so it's going to be amazing. We are offering refreshments, of course, and 2 complimentary glasses of wine with the event. So definitely a great evening.
Well, let's talk about this. So I'm a woman. I have 6 kids. I got to get away. When will Mahogany Manor be available to me more times than just the events?
Well, we're looking into that, but we're thinking about the hours of like an 8 to 8 for like
Wow.
Monday through Thursday,
Yeah.
and then like of course longer on the weekends. Don't quote us on that because it's not final. It depends on to the members and what our members are asking us for. You know
Right,
what I mean? But we're
right.
just thinking right now that those times will be good and it will be accessible to you during those times.
Right.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a lot of fun. Even like, you know what used to drive me crazy, having been a teacher. My kids had the same off days that I had, and that was just, oh
Absolutely.
my God.
Which is why we created it. I'm telling you, I am typically off the same days as them, so there's no mommy time. And typically, if I do something outside of their schedule, of course, I feel that guilt. But this
Yes.
way, on my personal off days, now I can separate and go to the manor and just kind of
Well,
decompress.
you know, there was something, I guess, a little to be said because I remember I would direct plays at school, but I'd also do them in the evenings. And
Yes.
so I got to the point, I took my kids with me. My daughters, they worked the refreshment stand. My son worked the tech crew with the guys putting stuff on stage and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I had to end up trying to include them in the things I could do because I couldn't leave them,
Most
to
certainly.
their own devices, which could be a
Understood.
little
Understood.
crazy. How many children do you have?
Two, yes, absolutely. Morgan and Nyla, they're amazing little growing girls. They're definitely
Okay,
little ladies.
And I have two as well. I have we're a couple.
Yeah.
We have two. So we have a girl and a boy.
Yes.
now, what do you find that a lot of women want? And you've talked to a lot of women.
Yes.
What do they want? I mean, when I say that, I mean, what would they like? What would their genuine good day look like? Do you know? What would your day, your best day look like?
Oh, my best day would look like. Are we still talking about self care?
Yes.
Okay. I love to luxuriate. I'm not gonna lie. I love a good massage. So I mean, I can.
What does it do for you?
What does it do for me? It does exactly what they're saying it's supposed to do, and that's just to relax. I just feel good. I feel like after that, 90-minute massage, I can then take a nap.
Yeah,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
yes.
So that would be my ultimate day because
Right.
that's what I love.
Toy?
I think for me, I'm a little bit like Tiff as well. I would love to just kind of wake up, drop the kids off. That has to happen, right? And go directly to the manor and get a massage to some degree. Like I said, we don't know where we're going with that, but a massage. And I'm speaking for the lady that would think like this on a Tuesday. Then after that, I would love to have some great hors d'oeuvres, some great refreshments. I'm a movie person, so a movie uninterrupted would be great.
Yeah.
Like that would
Yeah.
be like fulfilling for me. And I guess to wrap it all up, just either some nice music, just to kind of unwind and relax. I think that's all we really want is peace.
And you both, just like I do, I think that's important for a woman and a mom
Absolutely.
and one who's working because a lot of times we working have kids and the kids have activities
Yes.
and and
Yes.
we're all into their activities
Absolutely.
and we kind of let some of ours go by the wayside. I think one of my biggest mistakes, well, it wasn't a mistake. They had their activities. I was always in the car. I tell you, if it wasn't drive-through, we wouldn't have eaten some of those days because
Absolutely.
you're dropping off and everything, and then you go
Yes.
do. I always made a little time to do what I wanted to do but that was still work, directing or
Yes.
writing or performing, but we need that. Sometimes we need to catch up with ourselves,
Yes,
don't you
yes.
think?
Absolutely.
Talk
Absolutely.
about that.
Yeah.
We need to play catch up because we're on automatic pilot.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, we are.
I kid you not. I've been trying to work on that myself because, of course, we want to not just put this out, but work on it for ourselves, which is where it started. Like I said, we see our needs and what we are lacking because of our busy days. So a big part of what I'm doing now is just taking the first part of the morning and going into a separate room and just, I guess, meditating. You know what I'm saying? If not, just 5 minutes.
I understand.
Because if nothing, normally I will just jump up and get right to it. like literally, and I'm running all day. I'm talking 5:45 until 11 p.m. So I
Right.
think that's the key for me right now is to just take some time for me, read a scripture, read a quote, whatever the case may be, just for a minute.
What does it make you? It kind of changes your view on the day when you're able to do something like that,
Yes.
doesn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely.
Yes, I totally agree. And to piggyback on what Toy said, I've actually expressed this to some of my friends. Like there are friends that I follow that is what I do first thing in the morning because they oftentimes post aspirations, inspiration, all those type of quotes. And sometimes
I post quotes.
yes,
Yes.
you're one of the people that when I wake up in the morning, and shout out to my friends, y'all know who y'all are. But I wake up because they've already now posted their quote of the day at 5 a.m. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And sometimes I need that. Sometimes I almost feel like those friends were in my house.
Talking to you, right?
Yes,
Yes,
when I
yes,
see it,
yes, yes.
and I literally will send them a message like, I needed this today.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I do know.
So yeah, and that's what I know I want with the Mahogany Manor. Like I want to feel that way every day. You know?
Well, what do you see in 5 years for Mahogany Manor?
That's a loaded question. I no, and I say that because we have so many phases of what we want to do. We've been brainstorming off of every single idea. And number one, Mahogany Manor, like I said, will be for women only initially. However, we do want to eventually have several locations where it's not just for women in a certain area.
Well, and Tiffany, I'm going to ask you too, but you're a better person for the people around you
Most certainly.
if you're able to
Most
get
certainly.
that
Yes.
respite, don't you think?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Because you can't be effective if you're not taking care of you.
Yes.
You can't be. You have so many people counting on you. So you owe to
You
yourself.
know, a lot of times, let's just talk quickly about this. We watched our mothers and watched them work and everything. We feel,
Yes.
well, if we're not working, if we're not doing something, you start feeling guilty. As I
Yes.
told you,
Yes,
I got to
absolutely.
be doing something for the good and
Absolutely.
welfare.
Absolutely.
Don't you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
But I've also recognized that I need some time for myself. Like that's now becoming important for me. And I know it takes time as women to even get there because some women still don't recognize that they need a moment for themselves.
Yeah.
So I've at least now recognized that, and now I'm trying to do the steps that it takes to get to where I need to be.
So, what do
sorry.
you say in 5 years?
In 5 years, I definitely want to have the Mahogany Manor up and running. As Toy said, we have some other things going on as well. Our Girls of Mahogany. We
What's
want to.
that?
That is so basically what we're doing for our women at the Mahogany Manor. We want to in turn do for our girls. So we have a Girls of Mahogany, and we're working on it now. So I don't want to say too much, but Girls of Mahogany, and they will have programming as well.
What age?
7 to 17, and we want to focus on STEM programming for them because we understand that is important. We also want to focus for them on like life things like etiquette, things that they will need to go to college, whether it's filling out a college application or filling out that financial aid application. But yes,
I have a couple of suggestions too within that.
Yeah.
The social skills, I designed 2 programs. One was called Into the Light. That's combating teen dating violence. And the other one was the Think Twice Project about girls and violence. Because girls, just like the poem Don't Hate that I
Yes.
did
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
it was a beautiful poem. I hope y'all heard it. If you
Beautiful.
haven't,
Yeah.
But the thing is, I got that because young women have a tendency to always feel threatened by other women.
Yes.
And or to be a threat, intentionally.
Absolutely.
And these are young people, they're going through so much and they're learning so much, but sometimes they don't know how to identify that somebody, oh, that person's just jealous, I'm going to just go away, or, just things that
Absolutely.
we all had to
Yes.
go through
Yes.
in school. So some of those social skills, too,
Okay.
are very, very important. I'll talk to you about that.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I'll
talk
Thank
to
you
you
for
about
that. Appreciate it.
But
Yes.
this is a way, and I think that's wonderful because we got to get the girls.
Gotta get
We
the girls.
got to get
Gotta
the
reach
girls.
back. Gotta
Absolutely.
reach back, community. Gotta reach
Absolutely.
back.
So let's talk about the event on November 9th again and how people get an opportunity to join in.
Yes.
Oh yes, definitely follow us on Facebook. We're at Mahogany Manor on Facebook, the Mahogany Manor on Instagram. But we definitely have information. The Eventbrite link is right there for you to click on.
And what do you call the event again?
Mahogany Nights. That's what you want to look for. Mahogany
Absolutely.
Nights.
And
Yep.
then what's going to go on after Mahogany Nights? What's going to be happening? You're going to have stuff happening on
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Go ahead.
Well, I
Tori.
was going to say, well, after Mahogany Nights, I think, like I said, Tiffany and I are working diligently to find our primary location. But for us, we are continuing to plan. We have a lot of things in the works that we're preparing for next year. So we're going to be behind the scenes still working diligently to get everything up and going, and just continuing to work on our programming. We will be doing some community engagement this fall or season, shall I say, as well. We're giving back to the community just in general that we
That's
want
a
to do.
good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another way to make yourself
Most
known,
certainly.
doing some events that are community oriented.
Absolutely.
That's so important.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. And so, when will we hear from you after this event?
Well, you can find us every day. We will be, we're rebranding our social media platform right now to at least make certain that everyone is keeping up with us. And we want to hear from people as well. We will most likely do another focus group just to kind of get more data to ensure that we're moving in the right direction, because bottom line is we want the manor to be a product of everybody that is going to be members. So we want your feedback.
Yes, and there are probably people watching who say, this is something that I could get into.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
need
Yes.
this. I need this break.
Absolutely,
Sometimes,
absolutely.
you
follow us on, like I said, all social media platforms, Mahogany Manor or The Mahogany Manor, and our website is www.themahoganymanor.com, and there we'll always have a landing page for you to see exactly what's new with us.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you the best. I think
Thank
it's a
you.
great
Yes,
thing.
thank you so
And
much.
I wish it was something that I wish I would have been able to take advantage of.
You still
will,
can.
absolutely.
You still.
Well,
This is
wait a
for
minute.
yes. This
Wait a
is for women.
Yes, this is for, yes,
of
there
all
is no
seasons. If
age
you-
It
limit.
wasn't that
none
nice.
of
They
that.
said of all seasons.
of all seasons.
Absolutely,
I'm just saying,
absolutely.
if you first recognize that this is a space that you need, we're talking to you, and that's just it.
Well,
Right.
my kids don't live in the house necessarily anymore, so I don't have to run to my room. I mean, that is
Yes.
you,
I've
can you
eaten in
relate?
the closet,
In the
because
closet.
if I eat out there with everybody else, I'm going to get interrupted, even with eating my meal. So
Well,
I get
even
it.
it seems as if, and let me just say this real quick, that you can't, the minute you get on the phone, somebody needs something. Ma, so-and-so, they're bothering me.
Yeah,
Oh, I had
absolutely.
they're bothering me, or he's teasing me, or I mean.
Absolutely.
Oh, you hear balloon, oh, Lord.
Right. And you just like, you wait for the cry.
Yes, you wait for the cry.
Yeah.
If there's a cry, then, okay, I got to get up.
I
If no
know.
cry, you're like, thank you, God.
Oh, yes. Oh, but you're on edge.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
And that's what's going to be so good about the
Yes.
Mahogany Manor.
Yes. Thank
Not
you so
being
much.
on
edge.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, and you got to really learn to come down
Yes.
from that
Yes.
because you're so programmed. And we got to get out of that being programmed. You know,
Conditioned to one way
Yeah.
of doing things.
I think I'll come in there and lay around.
Yes, we'd
Absolutely.
love to
I'll
have you.
spout some stuff.
Listen, that is what we want.
Okay, you saw them here first, LaToya Morris and Tiffany Griffin, the Mahogany Manor, something
you.
that we all need. And check them out on Facebook and the other social media platforms. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very
It's
much
my
for having
pleasure.
us.
Their debut.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment with Gervais Canty.
WHPR-TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR-TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR-TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR-TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the R.J. Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR. The one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. There's a new play coming to town. When Loving You is Hurting Me. Seems like I might have written that. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
I'm kidding. I have the playwright, producer, and Mr. Everything, Gervais Canty, here with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Brenda. Thank you so much for having me here. I
Well,
really appreciate it.
I'm pleased to have you. I'm pleased to have you. I follow you on Facebook.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm glad that we get a chance to sit here.
Finally.
Because I actually do read all your posts, you know, and sometimes some of your posts have worried me a little bit. And I prayed for you.
I
you know.
appreciate that.
And, but I know that being in the arts is an emotional thing
It is.
anyway.
It is.
But let's tell the audience a little about yourself. Tell me, give me some bio.
It's funny. I listened to your interview with the ladies of Mahogany. I was actually born in South Carolina,
Oh, what part?
Rembert, right
Oh.
outside of Columbia.
Oh, okay.
So, but I've been here since I was 2 years old. So I call Detroit my home.
Not so native Detroiters.
Yes, not so native. But I went to Chadsey High School, and I've just been in Detroit my entire life. I'm a father. I'm married. And I just enjoy Detroit. I love my city, and I ride so hard for the city of Detroit.
Right.
I actually host my own talk show,
Yes.
Entrepreneurs of Detroit, with Gervais Canty. And
What's that show about?
it's actually showcasing businesses in the city of Detroit, whether it be a mom and pop business, a self-sufficient or a self-run business, just highlighting small to mid-size or
That's
large
important.
businesses in the city.
That's important.
A lot of times business owners in Detroit get overlooked.
Oh, I know.
You know,
I know.
and even us, as playwrights and writers, that's a business, and a lot of people wouldn't get the notoriety or wouldn't get the notice that they need because nobody looks at it, and they think it's just a service that you do. But sometimes that service needs to be understood, because in order for you to be successful, people have to see the product that you offer,
Absolutely.
and so it
Absolutely.
makes a difference.
Well, and then too, sometimes if you're giving a play or performance, you may not have that budget to do the big commercials over and over and over.
That's exactly
on the
right.
majors. And so I try to give air time to people who are doing shows and things of that nature, because I've done them,
Mm-hmm.
And this one, Loving You is hurting me.
Wow.
Let's talk about, before we even get heavily into that, let's talk about what got you into the theater and so forth.
So I used to sing some years ago.
You don't sing anymore?
I don't have the voice that I had then.
I
In
never had the
2000
voice.
Yeah, in 2009, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
Oh,
And so my voice changed. It changed the whole rhythm of my voice. And I still can hold a little note, but I don't put myself on a
my
microphone.
brother had that.
So they removed my entire thyroid. So after I was done with that, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So I just decided I'm going to work my 9 to 5, retire from a 9 to 5, and just live my normal life. So I would go to work,
It's
come home,
hard.
go to church.
If it's not in your heart.
But if it's in you, it's got to come out. So a friend of mine had asked if I was interested in auditioning for a stage play, and I told her, no, I'm not an actor. This is not my life. And I said no, and she's like, Gervais, but you can do it. And I'm like, no, because I host events, I host all kinds of things, but I just put the entertainment portion of it behind me. And she asked me to go to the casting call. Vanessa Lynn was actually casting for a murder mystery.
I know Vanessa.
Yes.
Shout out to Vanessa.
Shout out to Vanessa. And I went to the casting call, and I was so intimidated by the talent that was there. And I went, and after I left, I'm like, I'll never do that to myself again. And after I left, it took about 2 weeks, and then I got an email saying you got the part. And I was just I was in disbelief. So fast forward, we did 18 shows with Vanessa, with just that one murder mystery.
What character did you play?
I played Mr. Watkins. He was the high school janitor, Old Man Watkins. And Old Man Watkins was this zany guy. He was very eccentric in what he did, and he knew all the secrets that went on in the high school. But I ended up being a breakout character in the play. And so we toured with it. We did some amazing things. I tell people I have to thank God for Vanessa Lynn. And because she really took me under her wings and ushered me into a whole new life. So since then, I've been in so many productions, and I've been busy since that time. And I'm constantly busy. I was just telling you, I questioned myself the other day saying, wow, when was the last time I was bored? So
I'm never bored.
ever.
I know, I'm never bored. I want to be, I want to just chill sometimes,
Yeah.
but if I'm not doing anything, I'm always thinking of something. I'm always, oh, this is what I got to do next. It needs to be 48 hours in a day instead of
agree.
24.
I agree.
So tell me, what was the inspiration? Well, is this your first play that you've written?
This is the first play that I'm actually putting out. So what I did, it's funny because when you live a life of fear kind of cripples you from doing things that you really want to do. And I think I got this story at about 19 because it's partially based on a true story. But I never thought that I had what it takes to write it because I didn't think that my writing was strong enough, just to be honest. And so I started, kind of pushing it to the back burner, but it would always come to the surface. And one day I was sitting at my job and I clearly heard a voice say, start writing, and I started writing. That was January 3rd, 2019. I wrote this play in 10 days.
Wow.
And I searched, I gave it to a few people to read just to see if I was just out there because I didn't have enough confidence in it. And they read it. I wrote it with blocking, with soundtrack, with everything in 10 days. So I started writing it, and people read it.
Blocking, everyone, in case you don't know, is your movement from one place to another.
Yes. And so I wrote it all in because I saw it. And I wrote it, people read it, and I'm like, okay, let's do a casting call. I want to get this done by my 50th birthday. Because by my 50th birthday, I want to release as many fears as I've had in my life.
Wow.
And I've done
What
it.
are some of those fears, Gervais?
I think my biggest fear is people not liking me.
Really?
For being, I always feared people not liking me for being honest and truthful. I'm always.
When you say you're not being, for you being honest and truthful, is it the way you say things?
It may be the way that I say things, but I try to be extremely careful. I always tend to put other people's feelings before my own.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of times it leaves me in a place where I'm kind of empty or lost, trying to protect other people, but it's just who I am, But I've learned that you can be happy, you can make other people happy. And the requirement is that you don't always have to make other people happy. The most important person in my life, I realized, was me. And so that's what kind of gave me the confidence. And then being in other people's plays and doing that, it gave me the confidence saying, Gervais, you can do this. Vanessa Lynn and Angela Dunlap gave me an opportunity to be a production manager.
Right.
I've always been a person, if you throw me into it, I'm going to master it.
Right.
I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to learn how to do it from beginning to end.
Excellent.
That's how I live my life. If you bring me into it, I'm going to watch every aspect of it until I master it.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did. I sat and I watched them. And it's something, there's an expectation that I have of myself starting out with the best. I've got to give the best.
Right.
And so I started writing, and I came up with When Loving You Is Hurting Me. And since then, I've written 5 other plays.
Since you finished this?
Yes, ma'am.
You've written 5 others.
And I've got 2 in the works right now.
When you say in the works, what do you mean?
I'm in the process of finishing them up. So it'll be 7 by the end of the year.
Right. Now, do they all have different subjects?
They all have different subjects. They all touch on relationship in some form. I've written one about church. I've written one about brotherhood and men. I've written these plays based on relationships and how, if not handled properly, what can happen in these relationships.
Absolutely, because there can be some nightmare scenarios, that's for
can.
sure.
They really can.
So what is the plot of When Loving You Is Hurting Me?
So when Loving You Is Hurting Me tells the story of 2 best friends, Shari and Jaden. They grow up together from children, and as they get older, they both take their route in finding love. Shari finds herself in the perils of meeting men that are just no good for her. And
so she's like a bum magnet.
She's a bum magnet, and she also loves the bad boy.
Yeah, something about them bad boys, but
Yeah.
you got to, you got to restrain yourself. Oh, I think, what is that? What is that?
Well, I think the bad boy or even the bad girl, I think they offer something that you're not used to. So if it takes you out of
Challenge.
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It
And
is a challenge.
the thing about women, though, and I've heard this from men, the thing about women is so many women think they could change a man. And they say, I know I'm the right kind of woman for this person. I'm going to change them.
Good luck with that.
But people generally don't change. They may modify a little behavior, but they don't change. So
Exactly.
Shari is the one who likes the bad boys.
She likes the bad boys, and Jaden is a total opposite of that. So Jaden is her best friend, and they've been best friends since they were children. And every time she gets hurt, he's always there to pick up the pieces. Well, she gets into one relationship that almost kills her. And Jaden makes the proclamation, if you come out of this, I'm going to marry you myself, and you're going to become my wife. So he wants to protect her at any cost.
Jaden's a guy.
He's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaden's a guy.
I was thinking the name. Jaden. Yeah,
Jaden is a guy.
Right.
And he marries her, and then that's when the real story starts of when loving you is hurting me.
Because sometimes you don't know a person till you live with them or marry them.
Tell me about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an awesome thing to discover, but then you find out the perfections and imperfections of a person.
Right.
And it changes your whole dynamic of how you deal with relationships. And when you find a good one, I can truly say I found a good one. When you find a good one, it can change the whole dynamic of your life. And it makes you appreciate the things that you hated about relationships.
Right. But I find this, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Sometimes the same thing that attracts a person to you can be the same thing that they end up hating about you.
I absolutely agree with that. I found myself in that position before too. I love so many things. I love so many things about someone, and then I find myself in a position where it's like, oh, that's so annoying. Because but I think what happens is people find that if you find something that somebody likes about you, they feel like they've got to constantly do it. And so when it becomes constant, it's cute when it happens every now and then.
Spontaneously.
But when you're putting the effort in to constantly do it, it is an annoyance, in my opinion,
Well, okay. I'll give you an example. I won't say this is about me, but for example, people, maybe in a little younger days, could be now. The mystery is there. But they really like that you're friendly and that, you talk to people and you're kind. And then it gets, why you got to talk to everybody you see?
Exactly.
And why but you met me, I talked to you, but those kind of things, they start resenting the things that they like about you.
Absolutely.
And I remember a friend of mine saying this was 50 years ago, about my boyfriend then, said he hates that other people are breathing the air that you could be breathing. And it's just crazy. You cannot possess people.
You cannot, and you don't take ownership of nobody's life, period.
Right. People try.
Oh, they try. They try, but then that's why you find so many when loving you is hurting me. You find so many situations where people go in with the expectation of controlling the element of a relationship.
Yes.
And then they ruin not only themselves, but they ruin the person that they're in that relationship with. And so you find people broken. You find people searching for something that they probably will never find again because they look at it with these glasses on, like, I already have a thought about you before I meet you. So it closes out good opportunities because you've already came in with a preconceived notion that this person is going to try what that person did. And it's little signs that you see that you can start saying, okay, I don't like that. And it could just be one little situation, but it'll make you think that that person is going to break you like the last.
Well, tell us about the actors in this play.
I have been granted the opportunity to have some amazing actors in this play. We have Malachi Lee. Malachi is up and coming here in the city of Detroit. This young man, I can't wait till you see him on
Who does
the
he
stage.
play?
He plays Jaden. So he's the lead actor, and then we have Heather Neely Tibbetts. Heather plays Shari. Heather and I have worked on a couple of productions together, and she is amazing. She is really incredible. We have Chandra Tipler. Chandra Tipler is known throughout the city of Detroit for theater, community theater. She plays Mrs. Edwards, Shari's mother. And then we have Angela Davis. Angela Davis is one of the local singers here in Detroit.
I know who she is.
She's actually acting in this play.
Good.
So she's going to be really good. We've got singer Alex Ziz. She wrote the title song for the production.
Is this a musical?
Nope.
Oh.
It just so happens that I have a couple of songs in it.
Oh.
But it's
Oh,
not a
just
musical.
so happens.
Yep, just so happens. But we have a couple of songs. I have a couple of new people. Louis Mars, he plays the bad guy. He is phenomenal. Never acted before. He's never done anything in the theater. He's doing his thing, and he's going to blow people away. I wrote a small role for my daughter, Tia Scales, and she plays the mother of Jaden, the young mother.
Okay.
And she has a small part in the play that is so strong that'll show you why Jaden is the man he is as an adult. The things that she instilled in him and the values she gave him. We have Zahira Muhammad. We have Jonathan C. Williams. We have Carrington Dean and Alon Smith playing young Shari and young Jaden. These children are, they're incredible. And they're already the cream of the crop at their age, you know. And then
Wow.
we have Baron King and Laverne Simpson.
Wow.
So we have a great cast. It's been directed by Natasha Berry. Natasha is incredible. We've had some very strong rehearsals and a lot of revealing moments in the play for members of the cast, because I think you have to identify with it in order to be successful in putting it on the stage.
Right.
And
right.
so these people identify with things that are happening in the production, and it's going to be really good. It's presented by David Kyle Services.
No, what?
They income tax services, also rentals of tables, chairs, all kind of things. So it's
Right.
kind of like a multi thing. We've got quite a few sponsors. We got some amazing sponsors. Wardrobe being provided by My Tacky Tees. We have a great production. It's $25 for general admission tickets, $50 for VIP tickets.
And what's included in that VIP?
Preferred seating. You have food and cocktails at the VIP reception following the 8 o'clock show.
Food.
Food. You have food and cocktails after that. This is also my 50th birthday celebration.
All right. He's
Yeah.
a youngster.
I am a youngster. Let my daughter tell it I'm an old man. But yeah, I am a youngster. I'm really excited, and I'm very proud of this production. I'm very proud of it. I've worked hard. We've worked hard as a team. These actors are giving their best performances on the stage, and I believe that everybody's going to be impressed.
Now, this is October 19th.
Saturday, October 19th.
2 weeks from tomorrow, everyone.
That's right. And we have two shows, 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock, at Marygrove College Theater, 8425 West McNichols in Detroit. The zip code is 48221.
Tell me about that theater. I haven't been in there in a long time.
It is absolutely beautiful. And if you've gone before, it still holds that same beauty. It's a clean,
Right.
wonderful environment. It's a beautiful place, and the space is beautiful. And then after you leave for the 8 o'clock show, for those that buy the VIP tickets, you walk down the hallway, go up on the elevator, and we're going to be in the art gallery at Marygrove College for the reception. It's really going to be an amazing event. You know, Marygrove is closing as a college.
Yes.
But the only thing that's closing is you won't be able to be a part of a degree program at Marygrove. So you can't get a degree there. But DPS has actually started classes there.
Right,
The
it
school
has.
at Marygrove. And then there are other organizations that are doing things at Marygrove. So they're going to keep the campus open because it's a beautiful campus.
Yes. Yes.
It's a beautiful campus. It holds a lot of history, but they're keeping it open. And so DPS is the first that are actually having ninth grade classes at Marygrove
right now. Right.
Yep.
Well, Gervais, once again, how can they get tickets?
You can get tickets at Eventbrite, at jcentertainment.eventbrite.com. You can get them from either of the cast members. We also have tickets at God's World on 7 Mile and Schaefer. So if you're over in the area, you want to get your tickets, you can get them. Or you can call me direct. My phone number is 313-675-3711. Again, that's 313-675-3711. And keep in mind, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Don't I know?
Yep, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and part of the proceeds is going to an organization that caters to men and women who face abuse.
Yeah, didn't you see Stacey Dash
Oh,
was
my goodness.
arrested?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew she had it in her to beat up a man.
You know she had it in her.
Beating up a man. I said, Lord.
She beats up a race. So
I
she can
know,
definitely
I
beat up a
know.
man.
She's sorry, she's black.
You're right.
But I actually know her auntie. But anyway, she, man alive.
Yes.
So, yes, it is Domestic Violence Month.
Yes.
Very much so.
It is.
So listen, everyone, try to support Gervais, and when loving you is hurting me, most people have been there.
Yes.
Don't, you may try and deny it, but you have. So guess what? We have Table Talk this morning, and we have some good topics for you.
Yes.
We have Amber Geyer, the police officer who was acquitted. I mean, no, she was given a 10-year sentence. She should have gotten 20, I think, but that's me. And also that crazy president, but some other things, too, we're going to be talking about. And so I'm excited. I have Darnell and Daryl here, and we'll convene in just a moment. And thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Oh,
really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My pleasure. When loving you is hurting me.
Yes.
We've been there.